What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. I'm not really in the best of moods. I lost someone that's like an auntie to me. I found out this weekend, so I was kind of going through it, but I gotta cover this one. I can't let this one ride. Um, so this video is dedicated to you, Auntie Beatrice. That's good. Midori sour. All right. I want to talk about this chick, Janelle Monae. She's a R&B, I guess an R&B singer. I guess you would call her that. She recently came out and went on this whole rant about misogyny, hitting all the buzzwords, and let's just get into this. I can't take it. And also, I downloaded OBS, but for some reason, it won't let me do the screen sharing thing. I got to figure that out. It's ridiculous. But let's go into this. She says, this is one of her tweets. I really only want to hear women rapping. I really only ever want to hear women rapping. The amount of misogyny coming from most men in rap and music is infuriating. We need to abolish that shit too. Women, black women in particular, have been betrayed by the majority of men for far too long. The systems that enable patriarchy and abuses of power are burning. Either bring gasoline or burn with them. Y'all can't wait to call women every bitch, hoe, discuss violent acts against women, etc. for clout and rap, rock, and throughout music history. Misogyny has never been okay, yet it's been normalized. Women didn't create misogyny, y'all did, so you do the work to abolish it. Okay, let me go back. This is exactly why I can't stand SJWs. You only want to hear women rapping. Okay, who are the top women in rap right now? You got Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion. I would say Nicki Minaj. She's been kind of quiet. So those are like the go-to names in rap when it comes to female rap nowadays. All right, what do they rap about? What do they call y'all bitches, hoes, and all? Talk to them. You understand? I can't stand this lack of accountability. No. You guys fix it. No. You fucking look within yourself. How many fucking times have I said this shit? This shit, you know what's infuriating? This shit. And the other thing that she keeps saying in these tweets is abolish misogyny. You can't. To abolish something means it has to be on the books. It has to be law. You can't abolish something that's already bad, that's objectively known as bad. Misogyny is the hatred or abuse of women. Yeah, objectively, people know that's bad. You can't abolish it because it's not on the books. The most you can do is confront it and deal with the person that's perpetuating it. That's it. So this idea that you have to abolish it is fucking stupid. Like, slavery made sense because at the time it was legal to have people have black people in bondage, or not just black people, but you know what I'm getting at. There were other people that went through slavery as well, but in history, blacks, had it bad. We had it really bad. Okay. Misogyny in entertainment, boardrooms, the White House, household, blah, 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 lets us know y'all don't care about women on a human-to-human level, and you never have. If you did, it would have been abolished centuries ago. Again, this is fucking stupid because people who rape, people who do shit like this, they get confronted. You understand? It has nothing to do with the music. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that dumb excuse. The way many religions are used to oppress women and perpetuate misogynistic ideals to remain in power must be discussed way more and abolished. What religions? She doesn't want to go into that. Yes, white people need to do the work to dismantle systematic racism, white supremacy, and Yes, men and those who benefit from the systems need to do the work to dismantle the patriarchy, sexism, and misogyny. You must call those with toxic behaviors, even if it's you, every day. A lot of my musical heroes and peers' work are problematic in many ways, and I just might be a problematic hero to some. You can love someone and still hold them accountable. Love is not exempt of accountability. They can go hand in hand. We are in the reckoning. And then she goes, crazy thing is me and my girl still be dancing to this shit. It's such a mind fuck. How did we get here? I know, because you perpetuate that sort of thing. I was about to say, you like that sort of music. Instead of promoting music or bigging up music that doesn't do that, y'all don't do that at all. Women, I've said this in the past, women sort of can help mold how men think. Even though I think that's kind of pathetic that a man should just do what a man does and just be responsible and do certain things. I think everybody should be in control of their own destiny. But we got a lot of dudes that think on a wavelength of, I'm going to go where the women go. So if we're going to use that. So if women would put out music like, hey, I'm only gonna fuck with a nigga if he got a bachelor's degree, if he got a job, if he got this. I gotta have someone that's responsible because I want a good future for my children and all that. Dude, I've said this before. You would have universities and college admissions packed, in particularly with black men, by the way, because we're gonna stick to her premise. It will be packed. Okay, so when you have all this music talking about, yo, I need a thug nigga and this and that, yo, you fix it. Don't worry about what dudes are doing. All right. So, again, she's saying this stuff about misogynistic artists, essentially. And I say, you gotta be done with them, essentially. And I say, why? You're an artist. You should understand that artists have freedom of expression, freedom of speech. And it's art. You understand? So again, to go back, I don't want to go into, the excuse that, hey, people will emulate the music, because art imitates life. Life doesn't imitate art. Life can't imitate art. It doesn't compute. You understand? Unless you have the reality stone and you could bend reality. It doesn't work that way. And the other thing is, I've said this before in a video where I was talking about gangster rap, why I like gangster rap so much. I forget what I called it, but it was something with gangster rap in the title. I said, yeah, I'd rather hear about that sort of behavior in music rather than someone going out and living it. You know what I mean? It's just like a movie. I'd rather see it in a movie than a person actually going out and living that shit. So it's just art. That's all it is, okay? Yeah, and you've heard this before. This gets thrown at movies, video games, and the like. Cut the bullshit, okay? Stop using that. It's such a weak excuse. And honestly, I think that what she's doing is culling the herd, so to speak, because I don't think she can compete in this environment. I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't think she can compete, even though she does have a level of success, because to me, it's not about the music if you have to do that. And if it was about the music, she'd be confident in herself. She'd be like, I don't care what's out there. I'm doing me. I'm able to make music that people could rock to or whatever. And let me give you a picture perfect example of what I'm talking about. Lauryn Hill. A lot of y'all know who she is. She was part of the Fugees. Then she went solo. When did her solo album, what was it called? The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill came out, what was it, 98, 99? Jesus Christ, that's 20 years ago. Damn, I feel old. But when that album came out, it was on the in the origins of like the bling bling era, the ice era, all of that shit. I mean, and that was still being pushed by gangster rap. It was just another aspect of it, and you didn't hear Lauryn Hill running around saying none of this bullshit. You know what she did? She went into the studio, put out an album that resonated with everybody from every different walk of life. And to this day, it stands the test of time. Why? Because her content of her music um, was able to carry her through. What did it sell? What did it go? Diamond? It went above diamond, I believe, that album. That's why she's still able to tour off of that, regardless of all the fuck shit she does. But you know what I'm saying? She'll still pack a house off of one album that came out 20 years ago. Why? Because the content of her music took her there. That's it. She didn't have to say, well, there's gangster rap out, so and it's misogynistic and they talk about beating bitches up. No, she just, hey, this is it. This is my shit. And she let her music speak for itself. So to say it can't be done is bullshit. This is why I like Adele. She just relies on her music. That's it. She don't get into the whole, hey, this is out here. No, she's confident. Look, I'm going to get with this producer. I'm going to do this. This seems like a good song. I'm going to write this. Boom. It's done. Again, it's not about the music. And let me tell you why I believe that. Subjectively, it's really sad that I know this girl's sexual, how would I say it? Preference or exploits, well, not exploits, but sexual preference. Like, I know more about her sex life, I guess, than I do her music. What does that tell you? This is the same thing I said about Lizzo. Like, you out here doing all the most, saying all this retarded shit. Meanwhile, I don't know a fucking song that you put out. I don't know. You know what I mean? People like Lauryn Hill, Adele, like I mentioned, people like that are able to cross over and just put the music out, just work. Like, you're a musician. Who cares about all the other bullshit? It's nonsense. You understand? Like I said, this is all on just the artistic integrity. Just, you're an artist. I don't care if you're talking about like Cannibal Corpse. I'm not a big fan of them, but listen, people like them. You know what I mean? And it's art. I take it for what it is. I'm a fan of Slayer. Do I agree with some of the stuff that they talk about? Hell no. Same thing with gangster rap. Love Griselda, love Vinny Paz, love gangster rap. But am I out here saying, hey, go shoot a nigga up and do it in real life? No. Go sell dope to my people? No. Like, come on. And, this is why I hate the woke trend. And I keep harping on it. I know. But this is exactly why I can't stand the woke shit in general, but particularly when it seeps into pop culture and movies, music, art, video games, all the shit that I love. Because in a nutshell, without me making this into a whole nother video, a denomination can't progress unless you're putting another group or another denomination down or another person. That's the whole trend nowadays with this whole woke shit. This is why I told y'all I don't even like conscious rap anymore. I can't, because it became too trendy. Back in the day when I was into it, it was like, people didn't want to fuck with it. Now everybody is on some, everybody is changing their shit up to be woke and it's becoming trendy and it's nah, I can't fuck with it. Again, that's why I like Griselda, Vinny Paz, and straight hard body rap. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mandolino. He's into, y'all know him if you're an old school fan of mine. He got out of rap. He's into 80s rock and pop and all that shit. And even I'm getting back into that. I'm going back in time because a lot of this shit, particularly in the mainstream, is just so watered down and so about this bullshit activism that it's not about the music no more. It's about, I put out an album, but I'll be more known for this. Like, it's ridiculous. And let me tell you something. Maybe Janelle Monae genuinely feels like this. But I would think, her being in this music industry, you would think, hey, you know what? If these dudes or whoever's it's dudes making misogynistic music, because she obviously doesn't want to hold the women accountable. We just been over that. So if these dudes are making misogynistic music and they're hot, you know what I mean? They're what's selling. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach out to one of these brothers and try and work with them and say, hey, I want to make a song maybe from my album, and this is the topic. You know, try to take them out of that element. You understand what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Or listen, let me do a verse for you for maybe half price, and maybe my influence can rub off on you. Hell, you might have a good working relationship, maybe work on a joint album together. But again, this is just someone standing on the outside offering solutions. This whole posturing and talking and symbolism and all, that don't work. That don't do anything. It's just listen, I'm a celebrity, I know better than you. This is bullshit. Again, Janelle Monae, just work on your music. Like, this whole nonsense, this wokety woke shit is just, it's getting annoying. It's really out of hand. And shout out to dudes that make good music, hard body music, as long as it's lyrical and artistic. Again, it is what it is. And again, no one's going to emulate that because it's stupid. People don't use that excuse. It's such an old, tired excuse that people were doing back in the day to come against rock and rap constantly. Now it's coming from within the music industry. I never thought I'd see the day. But anyway, I've been rambling long enough. Y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Follow me on BitChute and Brighteon under the Misanthropic One, and follow me on Parler as well at Misanthropic One. All right, or at Misanthropic Hungers. I think that's it. But I'm on Parler now. Fuck Twitter. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.